open the door and my dad's on the toilet and I have a handful of chicken. I'm like ready to flush it down the toilet, ready to just flush this like great chicken down the fucking toilet.
That most genuinely American of all watercraft, the canoe.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 19.
Yeah, we took a long hiatus. We had to spend our luxurious royalties from CanoeCast.
So we're back. We have a couple stories. We're gonna be talking about St. Patty's Day.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna be talking about getting drunk. We're gonna be talking about some childhood shit too. Why not? Fuck it. We'll just get into it.
You know, things you talk about while drunk. It is in the spirit of St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, but we're not drunk, unfortunately. We should have for the just to get in the spirit.
Just to get in the spirit.
So the drunkest you've ever been. What's the drunkest you've ever been? Was it on St. Patty's Day? Was it on like another holiday? I feel like that's when people go all out. When they don't have work, when they don't have school, they just go nuts.
I've definitely seen that at college. Like parade day for St. Patty's Day is like a whole different animal. One time, I'll talk to the beer story, but it got so crazy. They closed the frat party. They walked out for 20 minutes and they just walked back in, and the cops couldn't do anything because they had to go to a different frat party. But the most drunk I've ever been was also the first time I started drinking, believe it or not. It was after I got my EMT license. So
you're celebrating?
I was underage, to say the least. But yeah, I went out to drink with my the teacher and everybody in the class. And only me and this other guy were like 18. Everybody else like 23, 24. So we went to drink with them. And I was on a stimulant at the time, like Adderall.
Okay.
So funny thing about that is it makes you drink a lot more than you can, and you don't feel it for a while. So I kept drinking to the same pace as this guy who was like 32.
Way bigger than you.
200 pounds on me.
Yeah.
And drinks normally. And me, 110-pound 18-year-old.
Yeah, 3 foot.
Yeah,
some
3 foot. Yeah, 3'8". You know, all water weight. So it's not gonna help me much. But I kept up with him, and it was so funny. So after a certain point, the parties.
What were you drinking the whole time?
So it was just everything. So it started with Bacardi Lemon.
Okay. Do you still drink Bacardi Lemon? Because
No.
I know after you get like really drunk on something and maybe you puke or you get sick, you can't drink that anymore. It's on the shelf.
No, yeah. So we finished the exam. The first thing we did was we all took a shot of Bacardi Lemon before driving 2 hours back to the party. But once we got there, this guy, you know, like the giant glass fucking things you see in offices, like in
the mugs.
Yeah, the giant mugs, like in high-end offices.
Okay.
He filled an entire huge one with only Fireball.
Oh man.
So he was like passing that around.
What the hell?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Fireball, and
I'm not either.
Not to the point where I put it in like glassware for nice like cognac or brandy. But I drank a lot of that, and then after that it was just like beer.
What kind of beer?
If I remember correctly, it was Bud Light, Heineken, a lot of Bud Light. They really liked it in that household.
What's your favorite beer? Are you an IPA guy now?
No, I love the Guinness.
Yeah, Guinness is good.
The pub, yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice. But straight out of the can, I guess probably Budweiser.
Okay, yeah. Budweiser. I like it. Respect.
Call me an old man, if you will.
Back in college, I was a PBR guy. Pabst Blue Ribbon.
I hate Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Apparently, everyone said it's really sugary. I don't I don't get that. Or like it's a sweet canned beer.
Aren't they all just like yeast?
Yeah.
Shouldn't they all taste the same?
I get that. I don't know. Maybe that's a bad take. Maybe that guy's just dumb.
Maybe I haven't had it enough. I had it like twice, and like both times I would have rather had something else.
My first ever drink, I was in high school. I had a Coronita.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a Corona.
Coronita?
You never heard of this?
No.
Coronita. It's like a baby bottle, of a Corona.
You like the tiny little shot
yeah,
things
like,
of like liquor?
If like a Corona's 18 ounces or whatever, like I don't know what the fuck it is, like 20.
Yeah.
It was probably like 12.
Oh, okay.
It's like a miniature bottle.
I thought you meant like the tiny little shot bottles of like Tito's, and it's like that,
No.
this is one shot, and it's like
No, I don't. Why would they do that for beer? I could totally.
I was so confused.
Yeah,
Maybe because you were underage, they're like, I will give him a tiny bit, it's fine.
and I drove.
And you drove?
Yeah, I underage drove with Coronita in me.
Oh my god.
I was like, grip it. I was 10-2. I was scared. I was like, I'm gonna get fucking pulled over for drunk driving on my first ever drink.
Mm-hmm.
I was a fucking pussy back in the day.
That's fine. Now we drink and drive all the time. Now we do it all the time.
Under the legal limit, I was interested in some like drunk stories because I mean I don't have a lot of great drunk stories like in college maybe, but nobody wants to hear about that.
I didn't even finish my story.
You didn't? No, I thought you
No.
did. You were telling. Well, yeah, I got
The
you off
glass.
topic asking you about beer.
Yeah,
and
no
shit,
worries, no worries.
All right, finish your story,
It just ended up
and
with
then we'll get into these.
no effect for like 3 hours, and then I lost all use of my limbs.
Really?
Yeah, so this lady's like, Matt, can I get you water? And I'm like, I would love some, but I really have to pee and I can't get to the toilet, so I'm gonna say no.
Isn't that crazy? You get so drunk that you need water, but you also just have to piss all the time. Like, how does it like you're dehydrated, but you're also like full of piss?
You gotta get the toxins out, man.
I guess it might just be straight toxins, but
Yeah.
then like all that water in there, like beer's not keeping you hydrated.
It is a dehydrant, yeah, so it dehydrates you.
I don't get what's the science. Oh, it's somebody tell me that in the comments. What's the science on that? Why
the
does beer
science?
make you dehydrated?
I think it's just a chemical reaction
It's
of like
full of water.
I think it's like to be seen as something that dehydrates you. It has to cost more water to digest it than it gives you, right? Because then technically,
So it takes more water to get the beer through your system than it's giving you.
yeah. So it's like a net loss.
Okay.
So like think
Net
about it
loss.
like that. Yeah.
I gotcha.
That's why.
I net loss all the time. I have so many I'm losing money everywhere.
That's why like. Yeah. Oh my god. My man's down bad.
I'm down bad. Well, this podcast needs to take off.
But yeah, no. I think they use that in camping and stuff. They don't eat certain things at certain times because it just costs too much water
Fucking nerds.
to
The body science of camping.
Hey man, I mean, if you got like 2 days and you have no water, you're like, I'm gonna die of dehydration before I die of starvation. And if eating is gonna use up that water faster, I'm not gonna do it.
But we're getting off topic again.
Yeah.
But like, I'm just thinking, camping, a big snack for camping is like beef jerky, and
beer.
that's just like
We're bringing it back, baby.
and yeah, but beef jerky is just like dried meat that's salted like crazy. Wouldn't that take a shitload of water to eat?
Yeah, of course.
So then they're just fucking themselves. They should just be eating like, I don't know, gushers with like water inside of them or something.
Gushers?
I don't know.
I brought Gus's to a party once. I'm not even kidding. So
Dude, gushers are the best. Bring them back.
bring him back. I tried to bring him back to the party. I made a gift for somebody, but I had the Gus's as extra. So I'm like, I want to bring him to this frat party, and I was like, Gus's, and then everybody was like, what? And they just all like took one tiny packet.
Infuse them with vodka or something. That'd be cool.
Oh, that'd be like with a syringe.
Yeah.
Just getting there with...
I've had like a syringe shot. Have you ever had that with like a Jello shot?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are cool.
I love
Talking
Jello
about a lot
shots.
about alcohol, because it is in the spirit of St. Patty's.
I love Jello shots.
So finish your story. So you were drinking a lot. It all hit you. You
all hit
lost
me.
bodily motor function. Did you need to get picked up?
No, I just sat there for like 3 hours between like 1 and 4 a.m.
Okay.
until I could walk, and then I went to the bathroom, and then I don't remember anything else.
Jeez.
I went back out to continue drinking.
Blacked out.
I was, yeah. It wasn't a great night for me.
Speaking of blacked out, remember Thanksgiving Eve? Someone who we went out with. You were there, right? You weren't there?
Who blacked?
It was me, Ray, JoJo. Were you there?
Was it me that died?
No, it was JoJo.
No, I wasn't there.
You weren't there? Okay, well, we'll rehash it. You weren't
Oh wait,
there.
was it?
Tell the
You
story.
picked him up off the sidewalk.
Yeah, I had
Oh,
to
I
like
was
take him
there,
out like a
yeah.
bouncer. I like put him in like a headlock, and then Ray, super nice guy, orders him an Uber home. And immediately projectile vomits in the Uber. Like he had so much time to puke anywhere else, and he waited until he was in a nice someone's random car to just vomit.
He has
everywhere.
to get comfortable. He's like seen his set, you know.
Yeah, nice
sitting in
leather
the set,
seats.
yeah.
Just bleh.
This is someplace.
So
I don't vomit where the poor people vomit. You know, I vomit in
I'm a-
only all leather get up.
I'm a man of luxury. So I found a couple stories of the highest ever blood alcohol content. We got like 3 here. 1.024 blood alcohol content. It was minus 10 degrees outside in the middle of chilly Polish winter, but police found a man asleep and half naked out on the streets. Why? Okay, why when you get drunk do you get super hot and have to like start stripping?
I was gonna comment how being in Poland in the cold would probably make me have like a high alcohol content all the time.
Yeah, you just need to get fucking wasted to like stay warm.
I think it's just the numbness, right?
Probably.
Being drunk.
Yeah.
Because I knew kids in college who was just like, I'm going to get fucked up before I go out. I'm like, what's the reasoning for that? And it's like, so I don't have to wear a coat. I'm
Yeah.
like, that makes sense.
The beer coat.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he was given a breathalyzer test. He registered a whopping 1.024%. There's no word whether he woke up from this chilly sleep. So they gave him a breathalyzer, but he was still asleep? That doesn't make any sense.
You breathe while sleeping?
That's true. So he was just
cover the nose.
snoring.
Well, just cover the nose, and then all he could do is breathe in and out of his mouth.
True.
Yeah.
Didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Okay. So the second one, 1.400 blood alcohol content. That's pretty high. What's the legal limit? 0.
Is it
0.2?
It's
I should look that
it's
up.
something really low.
What is the
I was about to say
US
0.7. I'm like, that's too much. Yeah.
legal limit drinking? 0.08. Holy
Oh.
shit. That's pretty low.
0.08. That's 8.
I feel like we
8%.
should
Oh my
know
God.
that. Okay, so after one California woman was found dead, they measured her blood alcohol concentration during her autopsy. It registered as 1.4.
We should know that 0.08 is the
Legal limit?
So-
Definitely.
So you know more like how much it takes to get you to 0.08?
Oh, well, that's a good question. But the lethal blood alcohol content is apparently 0.4.
Point what?
Yeah, this woman was 1.4. So she was a whole percent over the death number, which is 0.4.
It's like
Yeah, I don't know.
This is the limit. It's like I could drink up to that amount. It's like this person ate 58 chicken nuggets and died, so 57 is the limit.
Yeah, the legal limit on chicken nugget consumption is 57 exactly. So how do you get to 0.08 BAC?
Yeah, do like Avid's male body weight 18 or something.
Yeah, let me just look it up. So apparently 0.08, it takes about 2 beers if you're 120 pounds. So what are you, Matt?
I'm like 150.
You're okay.
140.
We'll do the average. So it would take you about 3 beers to get to 0.08.
Oh my god,
That's crazy. So I am
I don't feel
I
like 3
am
beers is anything
2.
either.
We'll be generous. It only goes up to 240. I'm 240. It takes about 5 beers for me to get to the legal limit.
Yeah.
Is that per hour? No idea.
As somebody who is 4'2" and 240 pounds, you could really hold your liquor.
Yeah, I'm a big boy. So yeah, highest blood alcohol content. This is the highest one ever recorded, allegedly. 1.48 blood alcohol content. After a car crash that resulted in serious injuries, a Polish man, again Poland, his blood alcohol content was taken. It was 1.48%. That's the highest blood ever recorded. Doctors said he survived with his brush with death due to drinking, but he later died due to his injuries from the car crash. So I guess when he got into the crash, the alcohol, the numbness saved him. But then when he went to the hospital, he died.
Probably.
That's sad.
So, with 0.08, that's 2 beers. I feel like after 2 beers, I don't
you
feel like
think
I'm
that-
like super heavily affected though, right? Like you're not even tipsy. You're not even anything.
Do you think that it also would be more high or lower depending on how much you drink?
Definitely, yeah.
So
What about
something to think about.
is it different? Like a certain other states, like just drink and drive. Like,
I don't know.
we accept 12 instead of 0.8.
I don't know. Is it a state law? Is it not a state law? Who knows? Is it a government law? I don't know.
How am I supposed to get better at driving while drunk if you won't let me?
Yeah, exactly. We can't practice. Here are the 5 greatest drunks in history. Frank Sinatra coming in at number 5.
Blue
This is
eyes.
from homewetbar.com.
Home wet bar.
This is Frank Sinatra's best line. I feel sorry for people who don't drink. When they wake up in the morning, that's as good as they're going to feel all day. The chairman of the board remains one of America's iconic crooners and boozers.
I guess he never got hungover.
He routinely downed multiple whiskey glasses. I think he enjoyed being hungover. And/or polish off an entire bottle of Jack Daniels before going to bed, and then wake up and do it all over again. He was a true functioning alcoholic, but no one was more of a functioning alcoholic than apparently Winston Churchill.
I can see that. He smoked
Number
a
4.
lot too, if I remember correctly.
What, weed or like hash?
No, like cigars.
Cigars? Dude, I love cigars.
Yeah, they're nice.
They give you a little buzz too.
Have you ever smoked a cigar with weed in it?
No comment. No, possibly.
Possibly. I did all.
I don't
the
know.
time.
It's with like the cigar stuff too.
a little bit.
What's that called? Not a joint.
Tobacco?
No, I know that. I mean, like the term, isn't it? Isn't there like a term when there's cigar stuff and stuff, tobacco and weed?
Or like a spliff or something?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
I think
split.
it's yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like an experience. I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Yeah, I think a spliff is either that or like the tube that you put the laundry dry air filter on.
What the hell?
And then you blow the smoke through it so it doesn't smell
Oh,
bad. That might also be a
that's
spliff.
Isn't that a
spoof?
Spoof?
Oh, a spoof. Yeah.
A poof? Not a poof. I don't know.
I think it's a. I think
It's
it's
a splooge.
They're too similar. I'm not. My monkey brain doesn't see patterns.
So Winston Churchill, this is his quote about alcohol. Always remember that I have taken more out of alcohol than alcohol is taken out of me. Wow.
What?
I don't know. Does he mean like he's conquered alcohol? I guess. What did Winston Churchill do? Do we know?
He was like Britain, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't he the Britain? I don't want to say prime minister, but wasn't he big during World War II? Or is it World War One?
Winston Churchill. I definitely watched bio. I definitely watched something on him. This is his Wikipedia. Yeah, World War II.
No.
Uh,
Mr. Gorbachev.
his sensational
Hey,
rise to
down this
prominence in national politics before World War I. Churchill acquired a reputation for erratic judgment in the war. He had Churchill's veins ran the blood of Bath of the English-speaking peoples, whose unity and what the fuck?
Was he prime minister?
His political career? I have no idea. A liberal minister? He was a minister? Dude, I don't know. This is a lot of shit. We should have researched this before.
He does a
Whatever.
lot.
Let's get back on topic.
Yeah. At least he drank. That's all that
yeah.
matters. Yeah.
Number 2 is the Czech Republic. According to the World Health Organization, the Czech Republic drinks more per capita than any other country in the world. They also rank second overall in per capita beer consumption behind a small island of Palau, P-A-L-A-U, Palua?
I like how it's like people, and then it's just the entirety of the Czech Republic. It's like if you pull anybody off the street, they could drink more than you. Even the children. Even the dogs.
I wonder what the drinking age is there. It might be low.
Might be
'Cause,
low.
You know, Europe, they get a head start on us.
If anything I'm learning from this is that we need our people in power to drink more. Not only to drive to get to work, but also because Winston Churchill was pretty sick.
Yeah, was he a good leader? I don't know.
He
Somebody
was.
fact check me on that.
Yeah.
If Winston Churchill was a good leader, we need Joe Biden to be drinking more, honestly.
Yeah.
Have him drink on the job.
I want Joe
He already
Biden's-
stutters. Imagine his stutter if he was fucking hammered.
No, presidential term, first half sober, second half drunk.
I
And
like
that's how
it.
you do it. Yeah.
We get it. You know, people are more honest when they're drunk.
Yeah.
Imagine if all politicians were just fucking blitzed and hammered all the time.
Half of everything, like the first half of the meeting, you're not blitzed. Or like the vice president is blitzed when the president isn't.
Yeah, and they're trying to be like, hold on, Joe, stop telling him everything. Like, come on, let the man fucking speak his mind. All
Alright, guys, this meeting is postponed. Biden wants a McChicken. Guys, I just want a McChicken.
I need some fucking water, man. I'm too parched, man. The gas prices are too high, man.
They were
I don't
telling
know.
me something about Trump's imprisoning child people at the border, but I'm really hungry for McDonald's right now, and my vice president is the one who's sober right now.
Kamala, can you drive me to McDonald's? When are we getting the Uber? All right, number 1. I don't know how to get out of that. Andre the Giant. No one in history. This makes sense. This guy's fucking huge.
I love Andre the Giant.
No one in recorded history could drink as much as Andre, the pro wrestler who stood 7'5". I was never a wrestling guy as a kid, so I don't know who this guy is. Was he even around during WWE and shit, or was he before that?
He was with Macho Man Randy Savage and
Really?
Hulk Hogan. Yeah.
Okay.
They had a fight. Not the Yavapai Indian strap mats, but they did fight.
Yeah.
He had some funny. I know Ray and Tom know his quotes more than me, but he had some funny quotes. He was also in The Princess Bride.
Really?
Yes, he's good in that.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
An honorable mention is Kobayashi. He's not a drinker, but he has the potential to be one of the greats.
One of the greats.
Oh, isn't that the eating guy?
Kobayashi?
Yeah, doesn't he? It says here that he's the eating champion and has held the Guinness World Records for eating hot dogs, meatballs, hamburgers, and pasta. Just
But
imagine
isn't he
if
small,
he could
though?
be a, drinker.
Isn't he small though? Wouldn't the alcohol affect his body faster?
Yeah, but he could if he could put a lot of alcohol down.
If he
We're
eats-
thinking of the size of his stomach.
And then what? He throws it up because he'd die of poisoning. But what if he eats like 10 pounds of bread to absorb it first, and then
Yeah.
he starts drinking?
That's not a bad idea. Food always cures the hangover, anything.
He just doesn't stop eating and drinking the entire. He's just like when he puts his beer down, he just starts shoving meat in his mouth.
I'd love to see the hot dog eating contest if they also had to they had to dip it in beer
Oh my god.
and drink a beer after each dog.
That sounds so bad because some of them actually mix the bread into water,
Yeah.
which is already bad enough, but now mixing that into beer.
So it slides down quicker.
Yeah. That sounds
Ugh.
even worse than water somehow.
That would be nasty.
Ugh.
So
Oh my god. Pieces of bread while just drinking a beer. Sounds terrible.
So have you ever heard of tricking the breathalyzer?
I've heard of wives' tales,
Like what?
like the penny, sucking on a penny. My
That's,
dad was a taxi driver. I know all the tales.
that doesn't. I think I might have heard of that one, but I don't know. Sucking on a penny, you don't know where that's been.
What if you have a specialized penny just for this breathalyzer, in a little dime bag?
You clean it off every once in a while.
Yeah. Honey, I'm cleaning the breathalyzer penny today.
It's in your glove compartment of your car.
Yeah.
'Cause you need it for that.
It's in a folder with your forms, this is my car, tax forms, penny. And a stick of gum, because that's also a wife tale.
So, the breathalyzers in the car, right? They got to be pretty high quality. I feel like that sucking the penny wouldn't do it for you.
I feel like they're large enough. Most of them are pretty sizable in the console.
'Cause that's imagine that. Imagine every time you went into your car just to turn the fucking thing on, you had to blow into a tube.
Yeah.
That's I don't know. That's wind powered cars.
Yeah.
Your fucking car turns on because you're blowing into it.
Imagine something just doesn't work and you just sit there blowing into your car for 10 minutes and you can't start it. It sucks because it blocks the keys. It connects to that. So
Yeah.
you literally can't do anything.
Imagine you had to blow in it the whole time you were driving, cause you had to imagine you blew into it, right, and you were sober, and then as you were driving you were just drinking a fucking bottle of Jack Daniels. They don't know that.
Yeah.
What if you just had somebody come up to your car and you stick their head in the car and they blow into it and they're sober?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
The Apple Watch, it's time to move around. It's the breathalyzer, it's time to breathe. It's time to breathe into me and let me know if you're drunk right now.
Yeah, the Apple Watch senses when you get in the car and it's time to breathe, motherfucker.
You've been stopped for a long time. You might be drinking.
Yeah.
Breathe up.
You pulled over on the side of the road and just have a couple beers. Don't do that, kids.
Yeah. Unless you want to practice drunk driving.
So I looked it up here. It says that it is fiction that you cannot beat the breathalyzer by sucking on a penny.
What can I suck on to beat the breathalyzer?
A cop's cock? when he pulls you over.
What if it's a woman cop? Asshole.
I don't know. You get a suck. I don't know. Suck on something.
Oh
else.
yeah.
It's 2022. They could have a dick.
Sec mate. Fuck the patriarchy.
Breathalyzer test results can be used in court. That's a fact. Wow. Who would have thought?
The results are like using. Okay, I was about
the
to
results.
say using the breathalyzer at the court case is kind of mute. It's like you were drunk last week. Breathe into this.
I don't think it lasts that long, buddy. So
yeah, exactly. You came to the court case drunk. I'm trying to help you out here, man.
Yeah, this guy was definitely drinking on the job. Breathalyzers are 100% accurate. That's a fact. I guess. Or maybe this is just propaganda.
Well, isn't that false negatives?
I don't know. It's apparently they're 100% accurate, says this website. Breathalyzers only measure alcohol, nothing else. Fact. It can only measure alcohol. Who would have guessed? You know? They can't. What else do you think they could measure? If you had to guess, they could make something up. Like if you had to breathe into it, like they can't. You can't smoke a cigarette and then blow, but unless you were like just smoked it, you know.
Yeah.
They can't test for like weed if you blew into a breathalyzer.
Tells you how bad your breath is.
Yeah, dude. Imagine there was a breathalyzer where if you blew into it, you could like not go to the dentist for another 6 months. Yeah, you're fine. Just keep brushing your teeth and flossing. But like if you blew in and it was like, man, this guy's got fucking rancid breath. You gotta go like next week.
Or before a date, it's like just go home. And blow into it. It's like head home now.
Yeah. What if there was a dating app where before the date you had to blow into it to make sure that you weren't like, what if there was like an Alcoholics Anonymous, right? Where you had to breathe into a breathalyzer to prove that you weren't drinking before you went out.
See, now that one has some issues because there's backlash on using machines. So what we need people to smell the breath for them sometimes instead of the machine.
But the machine's accurate 100% of the time.
Yeah, you're right. Those people could be lying to you. Meet Tony in front of the restaurant 5 minutes before the date. Breathe on him. Don't tip him. And then he'll go home.
So dentist, that's practical. Dating app for drunks, reformed drunks.
Well, just if you have bad breath, you know.
Bad breath, yeah. True. People that just want to date people with good breath.
Yeah. Drunks, yeah.
Drunks, yeah.
Sadly. Can't manage yourselves.
I found this other thing about drinking. 6 words to describe the drunkest you've ever gotten. So if you were to do this, right, think about it. I'll read you a couple. The drunkest you ever got. You were apparently, you just passed a test. You were celebrating. You were drinking a lot, and you had a Bacardi lemon shot, or 2, or 3, a bunch of beers. And what else did you have?
Everything.
Okay, he had everything. Okay, so listen to a couple of these. These are 6 words of the drunkest people have ever gotten.
Whatever was given to me.
Think about it, and then give me your answer. Awoke naked, never drank port again. I don't know what port is, but
port wine.
Port wine. Okay.
Yeah.
Lit Bible on fire on Christmas. That sounds like a fun time.
Maybe they would do us, you know?
Oh my God. Yeah. Well, that got dark. Barfed in backpack, got through security.
I'm just saying they don't celebrate Christmas.
Well, yeah.
So, you know.
Well, they could be, and they were like one of those, I hate my parents, I'm going to burn their Bible because they're Bible thumpers.
Is it worse to burn a Bible on a holiday or burn a Bible on a normal day, you know? Because if you're Jewish, Christmas isn't a holiday for you.
Well,
it's just like a Tuesday.
Well, if the person's Jewish, then it's a normal day, right?
Yeah.
So then the question is just burning a Bible on a normal day is good or bad. I think burning a Bible any day is bad. There's a Bible right there. If you have burned it right in front of you, it's not good.
Yeah, probably go to hell.
It's like burning an American flag. It's not great. Not great. Not
Are
a
you
great
saying
look.
America is Christianity?
No, there's no. I don't think there's an American religion. Is there?
Yeah.
There is?
Yeah, not giving a fuck.
Let's fucking go, baby. Tried to fight a fire hydrant. That sounds fun. Left half hoagie between couch cushions.
Half.
Yeah, sometimes I would get I'd get Domino's pizzas and just leave them out at college. Yeah.
Have you ever blacked out before?
Yes,
Yes.
because I was drugged. I feel like we've talked about.
Oh
this.
yeah, you were.
Yeah, I was drugged. That was not fun.
Yeah, no.
So that was the only time I think I'd like blacked out. But I don't. It wasn't alcohol. It was whatever was in the jungle juice that I shouldn't have had. Projectile shat onto random girl's rug. That's gross. Friend cut my hair off drunk. Okay, don't. You have bad friends. One time I was giving out haircuts at college. Yeah.
What?
Because I was like, I see a fade. I could give a haircut.
I'm an architect.
Yeah, exactly. I cut shit all the time. I could cut hair. And I decided to cut this kid's hair, and he played with the guard. He was like, oh, so this is how you do it? And then I didn't realize he didn't leave it on the one I put it on, and I ended up cutting his hair really fucking short. I did the same thing with a friend of mine in high school. We gave him a haircut because he didn't have like enough money at the time, I guess, or he didn't want to. He trusted us, like my brother and I. So we went to the back room with him at my house, and we cut his hair. It was the day before picture day.
Oh.
And he ended up he had really nice long hair, and he ended up having to go to a barber the day of picture day. He went late to school to get his picture taken. Yeah. It was like his senior picture.
Sounds like you guys couldn't be trusted.
No, we were never trusted again. I thought it was fine, and then my brother just came in and really cut it short.
What have you done?
Licked girl's leg on dance floor? What the fuck?
I'm still thinking of my 6 words.
That's freaky.
Licked girl's leg on. I mean,
married someone I had just met. Have you ever seen these dating shows? Married at First Sight?
Yeah, like 70 Day Fiance or something.
Yeah, 90 Day Fiance.
Yeah. Not much.
No, you don't watch that kind of stuff?
Yeah, it isn't too appealing to me.
So I watched this show, Love Is Blind.
I have seen that one on Netflix.
You've seen it?
I've seen like one episode.
Yeah. I saw the second season. That shit is good.
That shit is good?
It's a good fucking show. I like it. Because, yeah, there's going to be some drama, and like, I don't think all guys like to admit this, but there's a part of us that likes to see shit go to hell. Like, things burn up. Like,
for other
like
people,
a plane.
of course.
Yeah.
No,
not us. We don't want our lives to be.
We hate drama.
Yes.
It's weird. We enjoy seeing it in others.
Yes.
But we hate drama ourselves.
Exactly.
We hate it.
Yes. Any type of life drama, I fucking hate it, but seeing it on like TV, it's my guilty pleasure. I love it.
Hey man, if I see it and it doesn't involve me, I'm still happy. Like, it's like, oh, this friend of a friend. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, on the way into, I had a Christmas party for work. This guy was like on the phone with his girlfriend or something. He was like, I literally hear the guy in the background with you. Like, I was like, oh my God. Like, I want to just stay outside. And yeah, so I was at work. I was on the way into the like the place where we were having our Christmas party, like in March. And Christmas party in March. It was weird. But the valet guy was on the phone with his girlfriend and was like saying, I hear the guy like in the background with you. Like, I'm gonna like break up with you. And it was like crazy.
What if he likes getting cuckolded?
No,
he's like,
hopefully not.
I hear the guy in the background.
Why am I not there?
He sounds better than me, and this gets me off.
Oh my God. Hopefully not. That's a little crazy.
Hey man, it's a valet.
Yeah.
Valet is into freaky shit.
Okay.
That's why you don't give him your car. Don't trust banks or valets.
I had to valet my car in the city. I was like, God damn, I hope they don't fucking scratch it.
Yeah? Oh my God.
I hate that shit. And they park the cars so close together. Like, I'm a big guy. I can't fit in between these like tiny fucking cars.
That's why you're not a valet.
Exactly.
No.
Valets need to be small, nimble.
I'm a valet.
But you know what they say? Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. I'm neither of those. I'm tall and I'm not graceful.
Yeah, I was trying to come up with like an end for that rhyme, but I'm like to just counteract it all, but I couldn't.
Jack fell and broke his deck. Not candlestick. Okay, that was bad. Spilled candle wax on my laptop. I've never like ruined an electrical appliance. I'm still talking about the
Oh yeah, you've never
6
ruined,
words.
you've
Shaved
never
off my
ruined anything.
eyebrows. It sucked.
I have had my eyebrows fucked up.
Really?
Yeah, I got them like waxed, and the person fucked up so bad.
Oh my God.
My dad looked at me. He's like, who'd you pay for this? I'm like, he's like, you used to go see somebody else. I was like, holy fuck, okay. What the
Your
fuck?
dad was critiquing your eyebrows.
Yeah,
Holy
that's how you know
shit.
it's bad. Like the guy who literally doesn't care about how he looks or like how we look. It's like, what the fuck did you do? Like, oh my god.
Were they pencil eyebrows?
Oh, I think they fucked up. So it was like one was going like down really hard,
man.
and the other one was like actually like, arcing. So it looked like I saved one with a buzzer and just left the other one.
You looked like an emoji. Like your face was just constantly
Yeah.
with the raised eyebrow. Oh my god.
Oh my
A
god.
lot of this is about barfing. Fell through a glass coffee table. Oh shit. That's crazy.
Do you know what people with the cuts in the eyebrows? Some people go for that like elective surgery.
What?
Yeah. I think somebody like actually did do it. I know somebody who has one naturally from like a razor blade as a kid,
Yeah.
and they have that cuff. I'm like, people be actually getting that done now.
That's crazy. They get plastic surgery for a cut in their eyebrow.
For like a little slit, yeah, like a little bald spot.
That's so weird.
Hey man,
To each their own. You know, plastic surgery. To each their own.
yeah, tattoos.
Yeah. Well, you getting a new tattoo anytime soon?
I want one. It's so funny. I have the money now, but I'm like, I'm spending money on class. Like I'm spending money on a bunch of other shit. And
Yeah.
It's just like going in to sit down at a table, shirtless for like hours at a time.
Sounds like a whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll ever get one. Thought about it. What's your idea? What's your like dream piece if like money wasn't an option?
Money wasn't an option. Probably
Yeah.
just pieces I'm gonna get anyway.
Yeah, but like, what's the pinnacle?
The pinnacle?
Yeah, what's like your go-to, like your goal in like tattoo on your body?
I plan to get a big one on my back eventually.
Okay, like how big?
Um,
An entire.
covering most of the back.
Okay, damn, that's
so
crazy.
I'll have like both my shoulder blades will be covered, and then the rest of the back will have this one tattoo.
Are you gonna ever rock it and be sure? Like, obviously you don't want to flaunt it, right? When you get it, or no?
My tattoo?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be shirtless. I like to go to the pool. I like
The beach.
I also just walk around shirtless at home. You know. So if you ever want to see it, just come into my house without any warning or notice, and you'll see me.
Just break into Matt's home if you want to know what his tattoo looks like.
Yeah.
Um,
Chances are I'm shirtless, probably without pants.
60% of the time,
I work in my house, so yeah.
shirtless. You work shirtless.
Yeah.
Like,
if I have a meeting,
remote.
yeah, if I have a meeting, if I'm still shirtless, I'm like, all right, no camera, you know. But if I have a shirt on, I'll be like, okay, I'll put it on the camera.
That is so uncomfortable. I don't think even if I didn't have my camera on, I could be shirtless.
You can, dude. I sat there in my boxes one day, just boxes, having like
That-
a
no.
long meeting with people.
Cause you're like a couple. You know.
I'm insane.
No, you're not insane, but like I would be really close to just like touch the nipple a little bit, because then
Touch
you're
myself?
like, yeah, no,
I'm just rubbing my nipple. I'm like, yeah, no, the outlook
like,
looked
when I-
good. Can
when
you
I,
send me
like-
the historical data, please? I need to compare it to this to get a.
I'm not saying like a rock, but like I'd be like I'm getting cold, like
Just like making fart noises in your armpit. You're like, I don't have a shirt. I can do whatever I want. Nothing's stopping me.
no, cause like I don't mean like get aroused, but like I'd be cold. It's sort of like
Little finger between underneath the knee. Yeah.
yeah,
Just
that's
like
a
going
classic.
wild.
It's a classic guy thing to do when you like have shorts on. You just put your hands between your knees, and it's like so warm. Oh my god!
Yep.
I'm doing it right now.
Yep.
I'm getting turned on.
That's
this
me
again.
doing meetings. Like that.
Matt is aroused 50% of the time in remote meetings.
That's lowballing it.
Oh man. Fell off bunk bed, naked, farted. I used to have a bunk bed as a kid.
I fell off my bunk bed as a kid. I didn't naked fart, but I did fall off.
But you fell,
Yeah.
and you were fine. You didn't get hurt.
Yeah, I just wake up in the morning on the floor. I'm like, oh, I'm here now. And then I'd wake up, I'd be like, oh, there's bruises on my body.
I don't get that. I don't get how you can fall out of bed and not be injured.
I just wake up with like a bruise.
Were there like clothes on the floor? You got to set the scene now.
They all closed on the floor.
Okay, that's what braced
So
your fall.
it did break the fall, but I would still get hurt. You know, it is like a.
It was a
5-foot drop.
sharp. It was a boot. There was a boot. There was a brick on the
Yeah.
floor. You had
Just some knives, you know,
a
like toe knives.
chest set. You know.
Yeah. Speaking of wits, in college, one of my roommates had a drunk girl try to get into his bed because she thought our apartment was hers, and
Oh
she
my
was super
God.
drunk, and we had the door unlocked. So she walked into the room, and just started like undressing and getting in his bed at like 2 o'clock and then she left without her shoes, without her purse, without her phone, wallet, or anything.
I'm like getting secondhand cringe like listening to that story. That's scary. I
You
haven't.
gotta find her. It sucks.
Oh my God. Yeah, I haven't ever done that where I drunkenly walked into someone else's room. But
Have
You
you
know.
fallen off a bunk bed naked and farted?
no, but when I was a kid, I was a fat kid, and it was the privilege of my house was the oldest gets the top bunk.
Uh-huh.
And I got way too big. I'm like 6'4". When I was a kid, I was like 6 foot. Like when I was like 13, 14 years old. That's when I knew I had to like stop being on the top bunk. I would leap. I was so stupid. I would like leap from the fucking. Because I was lazy. You know when like lazy people try and find the most like efficient way to do things.
Yeah.
I just would leap from the ladder like to my pillow, would put my head there so that I didn't have to like army crawl, because it was too much work. I'd be like sweaty by the time I got to my pillow if I had to army crawl across my tiny fucking bed.
I'm awake from this workout and get into bed.
So yeah, I'd have to do a fucking ab workout just to get into bed. So I would leap, and I would just get too heavy. So I cracked some of the slats under my bed, and one time I jumped, and the cracked slat, like the wooden things that go across the bed, it broke in half and like fell down. And my brother wasn't there, luckily, but he was like scared to sleep underneath me. If I kept breaking these slats, that maybe the bed would just collapse on him or something. So.
I do feel that.
Fat fucking kid.
When my brother slept in the top bunk, some of them, the wood of the frame started to crack.
Oh my God.
And I got so worried. My dad put in like actual wood beams into it to hold it up.
Oh my God.
But like just the idea that that can happen. I can be
just crushed in the middle of the night by my brother. Yeah.
my own coffin like already made for me. This is a fucking bunk bed.
It is wooden, so
Yeah.
just bury me. If I got crushed by my fucking bed, just bury me in it. Honestly.
Yeah. Probably be more comfortable in the coffin, honestly.
Have you ever? No. Let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
You haven't thought about that.
Well, dying? The coffin.
No, it's not. We're not gonna talk about.
Okay.
Okay.
It's not a very St. Patty's Day conversation.
Exactly.
Unless you die
No,
of
no,
alcohol
we're-
poisoning, in
we-
which case it is.
We totally got off the same pat, but oh yeah, another bunk bed story was I was so tall, I got in trouble, got sent to my room, got sent to my bed, and I kicked my ceiling because I was on the top bunk. Just made a hole in the ceiling. Then I was like, oh, I'm fucked. Then I, obviously patched to the ceiling. There's just a big hole. They had to like patch it, put like the spackle over it. Yeah, I would always throw like hissy fits when I got in trouble.
I would always punch holes in the wall. Well, not myself, but with my door. Me and my brother would always open it too much, and we'd
Like you'd like kick in the door.
no,
Or,
like we'd like throw it open. We'd like full force, just like
I fucking hate you, Mom.
yeah, exactly. Like I didn't want to eat that last piece of broccoli. And slow the door, like throw the door open. It would hit the wall, and we just have layers of drywall on it, like a tree. If you cut into it, you'd be able to see them. But you see all the different yellows
Yeah.
on the white drywall. It's so funny because like, oh yeah, we started painting it, and then it's like, all right, we do it too often, we're gonna stop painting it. It's like, all right, just put on drywall. So it was like you could see it's like, oh, new green, newer green, yellow, 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 white, 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 and it's like, oh my God, how many fucking times did we do this?
So a little off topic, but I have a funny story. When I was a kid, I was normally clean play club. You ever have that?
What is that like?
Clean play club when you eat all the food on your plate and it's clean.
No.
No, all
I've
right. My
never-
family's fucking. So I bleep
As
that.
long as the plate was clean, you were a happy family.
Yeah, we're very. So one time I didn't want to eat anymore, so I took all the chicken from my plate and put it in my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad was, not at the table. For some reason, I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And I go to the bathroom, and the bathroom door in my house wouldn't lock for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
She never got it fixed because we would always knock. So I just open the door and my dad's on the toilet and I have a handful of chicken. And I'm like ready to flush it down the toilet, ready to just flush this like great chicken down the fucking toilet. And my dad's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, I'm taking my chicken for a walk. I don't know. I had no good excuse.
You want
My
some
dad-
chicken?
Yeah, I just start feeding my dad chicken from my hand while he's in the bathroom. That's what he really wanted. He wanted me to go feed him chicken. So
A meal and a show, you know?
so I barged in on him while he was taking a shit. I had chicken in my hands. I screamed. I was like, "Oh my God." I just ran back and I had to eat the chicken.
Eat the chicken?
Yeah, from my fucking hand.
You should just ran out and throw it into like the neighbor's yard.
No. That he already knew
He
that I
knew.
was trying to deposit the chicken in the toilet. God. That was disgusting.
That's funny. I mean, come on. Everybody does that. Everybody dumps food in the toilet.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't a picky eater. I don't know. I just didn't want to eat the chicken at that time. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. That was my kid.
Would you do
Sorry.
that? Would you do that if you were like dating somebody and they just started cooking and they're like,
Oh.
"I feel so nervous," and then you eat it and it's really bad? Would you
Put
you
it in
find
my
a way,
pocket?
yeah, to throw it out, or would you go to town and eat it? Like,
Um,
and I do
How
realize
hot is
like,
she?
well, there's also how bad is the food. I was like, that's the main. I like how you went straight to that. I'm like, well, of course you have to take into account how bad the food is. I didn't even think about how good looking she was.
Yeah.
Let's say,
Is she your soulmate? Is she good looking? Is this like a this was a bad date to begin with?
the date. This is like, let's say, fourth date.
Okay.
First time you had a place.
Setting the scene. This is
Every
great.
date was phenomenal beforehand.
Okay.
You really want this to continue going.
Yeah. I see a future.
Long California 8.
Ooh.
We'll do California because that's like a Long Island 6.
Yeah.
So I'm just kidding. It's a Long Island 12.
Yeah.
So, you want to continue going. She brings you out food that looks okay, but then you take a bite and it's the worst thing you've ever had.
It's salty as all hell.
yeah, it's somehow sour.
Okay.
Like, there's no way to explain it.
Yeah. She used bad milk.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's really bad. Would you find a way to like hide it and then like throw it out eventually?
So she's eating it too, but she's like fine.
No, you see her like in anguish.
Wait, but then you're
She's
just
not
like,
saying anything.
okay.
Yeah.
So then wouldn't I just be like, let's order a pizza? Is that worse than like just choking it down?
I don't know. This is a question.
All right. So if I had to find a way, I wouldn't say it was bad. Obviously, I'm too nice of a guy. Boo, boo.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't know. I'd probably be like, let's order a pizza. This fucking sucks.
This fucking sucks.
Yeah. Sorry. I'd be like, sorry. Like, I don't. This is a little. I'd be like, do you enjoy this? And if she was like, no, then I'd be like, well, what are we doing? Let's just have a pizza.
Yeah, let's continue the date so you can cook for me and get better
Yeah.
and not
exactly.
kill me. Hopefully, within the
Take some cooking classes.
take some cooking classes. I don't think anybody I know has taken like a single cooking class. I hear that phrase all the time too.
I've only heard of like sip and paints. I haven't heard of like cooking classes.
Sip and paints. That sounds fun. I think my brother was telling me one about somebody in college. Like, yeah, somebody does one underground, and instead of sipping, it's like ecstasy.
What?
It's like ecstasy and paint.
And then they just do like weird, crazy art.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of cool.
Don't do it.
I wouldn't do it, but
Don't do it, kids.
to each their own. Again.
Hey, man. Power to the people.
Exactly. Power to the people.
Any last messages since this was 50 minutes? I have a few. if
You do?
yeah.
Okay. I have a couple messages.
Remember the drink and drive, kids. And stay safe out there. You
Yeah.
won't get better unless you practice.
Make sure to take into account who was at the dinner table when you're trying to throw the food away.
Yeah. And if Andre the Giant is coming at you while drunk driving, do not be afraid to hit the gas. That's
Okay.
the only way you're gonna stop him.
This was Canoecast, or whatever we're gonna call us.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
That most genuinely American of all watercraft, the canoe.